I don't give a shit how bad you feel. You need to pull your sad little head out of your ass and go be a father. I'm tired of carrying your damn water, boy.
They're television's most badass bikers. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Sons of Anarchy characters.
You're one of Luann's girls.
Lila.
For this list, we're considering the most memorable characters on the Sons of Anarchy television show.
Salutations, gentlemen. Venus Van Dam at your pleasure.
As we will be talking about these characters over the run of the series, please keep in mind that there will be spoilers. So, this is your spoiler alert.
Let's just stick to the plan.
Come on!
Number 10, Robert Bobby Munson.
You know, this club needs a healing, brother. And you got to be the one to deliver it.
The heart and soul of the Sons of Anarchy Motorcycle Club, Bobby Elvis began the show as the group secretary.
And you make sure that our guys get out of county alive.
We hear anything from your men, we'll call you.
However, he ended the show having to undergo torture, but still staying loyal to the club that defined his adult life.
You ain't a soldier. You're a scumbag with a few paid skills. Thug, like the rest of us.
In between this, he did Elvis Presley impersonations and was appointed vice president of the club by Jax, but ultimately stepped down from the vaunted position due to a lack of belief in his young leader.
We've got to find out what's going on. Bring it to the table, and then get past this shit. It's on us to fix this.
The latter move served as the perfect example of his humility and faith in the Sons above all else, showing that he would kill or be killed to uphold his beliefs.
This is what happens.
No! No!
Number 9, Happy Loman.
He's right. Had to be Leroy. He's gotta die, like a lie.
The strong, silent type, Happy's name is no indication of his demeanor, and we love to hear his gravelly voice.
Passover party!
A one-time member of the Nomad crew, when Happy was patched into Sam Crow, he quickly became an integral member of the club, often used as the gang's enforcer.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Prone to violence, he seems to rejoice in the mayhem he and his brothers find themselves in at times, but he clearly has true affection for his club.
Enough!
Number 8, Tara Knowles.
Now that chance is running back to Chicago.
A successful doctor with the world at her doorstep, Dr. Tara Grace Knowles Teller is pulled into a world of crime and drama, thanks to the man she loves, her high school sweetheart, Jax Teller.
I'm more scared now than I ever was. I'm scared of getting caught. I'm scared of not getting caught. And we got away with murder. What does that make me?
A survivor.
Ultimately marrying him and giving birth to his child, she pays the price for their relationship again and again throughout the series, but also finds an inner strength she never knew she had.
You got no idea.
What I got is my family, and I am pulling them out of this goddamn cesspool. Far away from you, Sam Crow, and all the shit that comes with it.
One of the most fleshed out characters in the show's history, Tara was at the center of Sons of Anarchy's most romantic moments and served as Jax's sounding board.
Let's get married. Today.
Are you serious?
Number 7, Harry Opie Winston.
What do I do, Jax? Clay? Tig? How the hell am I supposed to share a patch with them?
The best friend of the series' lead and one of the show's most beloved figures, Opie was gripped with grief for much of the crime drama's run.
This club killed my wife.
However, the son of Sam Crow co-founder Piney still remained steadfast in his devotion to the men he felt deserved it.
Not here to provoke, here to educate.
seemingly finding love with new wife Lila. He fiercely protected her after their marriage had crumbled, and his love for his children could not be questioned. When incarcerated with Jax and discovering someone from the Sons has to die so the others could live, Opie sacrifices himself, and though it was sad, he still went down swinging.
Michael.
No.
No! Hey, bitch! Wrong, man.
Number 6. Wayne Unser.
Another magical day to be alive.
The former chief of police for the town of Charming that Sam Crow calls home. Wayne Unser gave the Sons a wide berth. Why? He believed that they were ultimately good for the town, because they kept drugs and violence out.
What's that mean for us?
Means I gotta be a cop for a while.
Eventually undone by those leanings and his love for Gemma, Wayne was the voice of the everyman as well as a voice of reason in a world that had little.
What do you need, sweetheart? Just tell me what I can do.
Defined by his own set of morals, his death was felt heavily by fans far and wide. Number 5. Alexander Tig Traeger.
I don't even know who I am anymore, man.
We can only imagine that writing the character of Tig was a dream come true for the men and women who brought him to life. Willing to kill at a moment's notice, Sam Crow's VP was surprisingly sensitive.
What's she doing? She's gonna be fine, bro.
This was most obvious in his love-hate relationship with Jax, whom he thought was going to kill him.
The witnesses that put you killing this girl go away. You're coming out with us.
You got me clear.
Instead, Jax delivers the man who burned Tig's daughter to him alive.
You kill a man that burned your kid alive.
His sincere and loving relationship with a transgender prostitute was also a hallmark in the history of LGBTQ characters on television.
'Cause you are my sweet, my beautiful Venus.
Number 4. Philip Chibbs Telford.
It looked like a very complicated situation. I'm just saying, we should get ready for the heat that this might bring.
A man with a distinctive accent and facial scars. It was the honor among thieves attitude that he lived his life by that defined Chibbs most.
I had no idea about this, Jackie.
Serving as Jax's loyal vice president in later seasons, Chibbs was a father figure of sorts for Jackie Boy, as he called him, in the final years of his life.
There's going to be questions about the rights and the wrongs of the whole thing.
He grew up in Northern Ireland, and as such, was Sam Crow's link to the true or real IRA. The smoothest character of the group, Chibbs charmed his way into the hearts of several women on screen, as well as into the hearts of TV audiences.
Left you with a little reminder you never forget.
Great. Thanks for that little trip down memory lane.
Number 3. Gemma Teller Moreau.
You love the man. You learn to love the club. If you can do that, there's no truth you can't handle.
The epitome of the mama bear, Gemma would stop at absolutely nothing to protect her cub and her club.
Thank you for saving this boy from his murderous junkie mom, who cared more about a $40 rush than she did her own flesh and blood. Don't you dare. Don't I dare, you pathetic whore.
Whether it was spending time behind bars or faking a convulsion to escape a hospital to be at her son's side in his time of need, she did outlandish things in a relatable way and gained our empathy throughout.
It's clear. Oh, shit, that's cold.
She was undone by her belief that Tara was planning to betray Sam Crow, which gave Gemma incentive to kill her daughter-in-law. This ultimately led to her murder by her own son Jax, even though she comforted him to make her death easier on him. That is crazy love incarnate. Number 2. Jackson Nathaniel Jax Teller.
That's why we need to handle him with leverage, not blood.
The series' protagonist, who spent his days leading men, Jax may not have always been the man he wanted to be, but there is little more compelling than someone trying to do his best and failing.
If I kill Clay, the Irish walk away. The deal falls apart. And the feds take us all down.
Sure, we could see that he was toxic, as he drugged his recovering ex-wife, killed his mother because she killed his wife, and watched his best friend get beaten to death. But damn it, the guy was trying. Believing his death would be good for his sons and the sons, the VP turned president of Sam Crow's Redwood original chapter ultimately redeemed himself with a selfless act. Before we reveal our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Where did you get that name?
Huh?
Half-sack.
Oh, man, I got my left nut blown off by an April frag in Iraq. Look at that guy.
Jesus Christ, put that deformed nutbag away, will you?
My blood family, my hometown, all that shit moves back a row. Once you're patched, members of your family, this charter is your home.
You take care, Jim.
Yeah. You too, Nero, if that's really your name. Thanks for not being a dick.
My life's ambition.
I called Mr. Caruso about watching my reel. Mutilation fetish.
Wait here.
White on white? What's that about?
Our Aryan friends are getting a little choosy about who they burn crosses with. Something's trickling down from the top of Mount Whitey. Not sure what. Not why I asked to see you.
Number 1, Clarence Clay Moreau.
2 in the back of the head, quick and painless.
It ain't easy being king.
Yeah, you remember that.
How did a man who killed friends from his youth and fellow founders of the club, and who beat the woman he loved, reach the top of our list?
Get away from me!
By taking a character that could have been a snidely whiplash, mustache-twisting villain into a charming, nuanced man who should be feared.
Nobody threatens Sam Crow. And nobody tells us what we can and can't do. Black, brown, or white.
After his president's patch is stripped, he becomes a disgraced man facing down a gun held by his adopted son, Jax. In this moment, despite his faults and flaws, we can't help but feel bad for him, as it's the perfect example of the brilliance of Ron Perlman's portrayal. Do you agree with our list?
You jealous, Tiger?
Kinda.
I know you are.
Who's your favorite Sons of Anarchy character? For more badass top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
What the hell are you doing, man?
I'm not leaving here with any doubt.